What's up, people? Adam Hunter here, giving you another MMA Roasted Podcast. Listen, we got a great show today. We got this guy, Ian Heinisch, who has the most incredible story I've ever heard in my life. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love this guy's story. Listen, I am posting all kinds of new content every day on rockfin.com/Adam Hunter. I have an additional 2 podcasts a week at least, okay? Every stand-up comedy set I do from now till whenever, I'm going to be posting all kinds of cool stuff. So if you support the podcast and you support me, it's only $10 to endorse me. You can cancel anytime, all right? $10 a month. And just go to rockfin.com/Adam Hunter. Rockfin.com, ROKFIN.com/Adam Hunter. If you're a fan of the podcast, you want additional content, additional stuff, you want to support me, go to rockfin.com/Adam Hunter, and I'll make sure it's worth your while. Also, a lot of people are hesitant to try hemp-derived CBD oil because they don't know where to start. There are just so many different products and brands. It's hard to know which product is right for you, how much to take, when to take it, and how to know when you're getting too much. Well, this family-owned business not only provides the highest quality U.S.-grown hemp-derived CBD products, they also give personal guidance on choosing the right product and finding a dose that works for you. All right, their stuff is grown in the U.S. They have a full variety of products, including full spectrum, a whole plant hemp oil extract, hemp-derived isolate tinctures, hemp and emu pain balm, and full spectrum CBD dog chews. All their stuff is available on naturesoilsonline.com and include free shipping. You can call them up at 469-525-3131. That's 469-525-3131. And listen, they're offering a 15% discount off their already reasonable prices. So go to Adam15, mention discount code Adam15 to get 15% off. Also, marijuana is legal in California. Get it delivered right to you. Just go to speedweed.com. Speedweed.com, they will take it right to you. Okay, they got great marijuana, great edibles, great CBD, all kinds of product. You're going to love it, okay? Speedweed.com, mention Roasted, you get $10 off. Or there's $100 or more. They're great people. And why get into your car and risk a DUI or risk a car accident or bad things happen when you leave the house, all right? Or your apartment, whatever. Speedweed will take it right to you. Now, you're going to love this interview, okay, with Ian Heinisch. He's a great guy. He's the man. So, check it out right now. Trap sonsen, trap donsen. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булан. Даалж дуулан дур була мууруулаа. All right, you're on the phone with Ian Heinisch. Heinisch?
Yeah, you said it right.
Okay, good. Who is a UFC fighter, killing it. What are you, 13-1, 14-1?
12-1.
12-1. Well, you're going to be 13-1. After your next fight, you'll be 13-1. And I was going to say, man, I was doing research about you, and you have the most unbelievable story I've ever heard in my life when it comes to fighting. Insane.
Wow, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that, man. Well, yeah, I definitely overcame a lot.
Oh, my God. I mean, I've been doing this podcast for 5 years now, maybe even 6 years. And, and I've heard a lot of incredible stories, but yours is out of, like, a movie. I mean, if I saw a movie and heard your story, I might even be like, oh, that's not how it really goes down. That just seems a little made up. I mean, your story is incredible.
Adam, you're cutting out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying that, like, your story is right out of a movie. It's incredible. It's insane, but it's incredible.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. We're actually working on starting the book pretty soon, and then it's going to be a movie someday.
Well, I mean, I'll be the first one to buy a ticket. So if you listeners don't know, so you were 19 years old, you were 18 years old, you were a star wrestler in Colorado, right? You were, you placed in the States?
Yeah. I was, I won a few state championships. I took second at Ironman, and I had a lot of good things going on with my athletics, but I got expelled from school. Ended up, getting involved in selling drugs and got caught. And that's kind of when the real journey began. I posted bail and fled the country.
Yeah, but you were actually because I read the article that you wrote saying that you had ADHD, so they gave you what, Adderall, Ritalin, and then you got hooked on.
Yeah, they gave me Adderall, and then I was so hyped up from that they gave me Xanax to calm down on that. And so at 19, I mean, I think it started at like 14 years old. You know, by the time I was 19, I was full blown addicted.
How many pills were you taking per day?
Anywhere from 3 to 5, but they were strong pills, and I was drinking heavily on it.
Wow,
that was not helping.
So you got arrested for selling Molly at nightclubs, and selling drugs, and then you were looking at.
Yeah, well, I got arrested for 1,000 pills of ecstasy, and I was selling it at nightclubs, but we got set up in a Walmart parking lot.
Wow. And then you were looking at 4 to 6 years.
Yes.
4 to 6 years. So you're like, fuck it. I'm getting out of the country. And you flew to Spain. How are you able to even fly to Spain and get a ticket? They don't even notice that, you're wanted or that you got arrested or.
So I posted bail and they actually issued me a passport, and I just jumped on a plane I took a Greyhound to New York and hopped on a plane from JFK to Amsterdam. And the journey started in Amsterdam, and then I ran out of money and was basically homeless, and then found my cousin had a friend in Belgium, so I went and lived with him, and then met an English guy, went to England, and then he told me about Spain. Everyone told me about Spain, and disconnected with him and went to Spain, and that's when the new journey began.
Yeah, so you were living on the beach in Spain, you were homeless, you were sleeping under the sand?
Yeah, I mean, I had a place to sleep for a while, but there was a few weeks that went by that I literally ran out of money. I was working at nightclubs that just basically paid me in alcohol. I was a full-blown alcoholic, doing drugs, and so yeah, I was homeless. And then I met some Cubans that kind of took me in like family.
Now, I read that you were still in shape though. How do you party, do drugs, become an alcoholic, but still have a six-pack? How does that work?
I don't know if I quite had a six-pack, but I was hitting my runs. I was hitting my beach workouts. I still, even though I was partying like that, I still would find time to get whatever workout I could do. And I tried to eat clean and take care of my body the best I could, but my addiction was just killing me. So,
no, I read that, the family took you in, a guy got you sober, and you're like, okay, I can trust these people. These are nice people. They're Americans. They're helping me out. And then one day they go, hey, can you swallow this balloon? Or a grape. Swallow a grape. And they were testing you to see if you can smuggle cocaine in balloons up your asshole.
No, actually, we wouldn't do that. We would swallow them.
Oh, okay.
And shit them out. Yeah.
So
no, nothing. That's exit only.
Okay,
no,
okay,
yeah. So they kind of just seen if I could swallow and the coke and I could, and so we went down. I did it once or twice for them, and then started kind of doing it on my own with them, with their help, and kind of partnered up with them on that, and and then eventually after 10 to 15 trips or so, I got caught by the Spanish police. They took us to a hospital to x-ray us, and that's when we got caught.
Now, how many bags of cocaine were you able to swallow at once?
It was close to 100.
You could put 100 bags in you at one time?
Yeah. I mean, it's a process. You got to swallow like 10 and then walk around for a while, and yeah.
Wow. I think my cat just threw up. I'm not even kidding. I'm sitting here. I'm watching my cat throw up right now. So, and then you were shitting them all out? Like, how much... Do you ever, forget about a couple and then all of a sudden randomly shit another bag of cocaine?
No. I mean, we wrapped it very well, and we counted each one. So, I mean, you're not going to forget that count. You're going to make sure they're all out of you before you go and resume your normal life.
Oh, my God. I mean, how painful is that?
It wasn't that painful. You kind of get a stomach ache, but then you drink some whiskey, and you kind of forget about what you did, and then you just resume travel like nothing happened.
Oh, my God. So then you finally get busted. You get busted, and they throw you in a jail in the Canary Islands. And in that jail, you join the wrestling team. There's a jail wrestling team, and you were the captain.
Yeah, I mean, they had a wrestling team, which was their style of wrestling, Lucha Canaria. They had a boxing program, MMA program that I started, and they really reformed us. I found an amazing relationship with God. I learned Spanish. There was a lot of good things. I got sober. I got my mind clear, and I started a new life. And I did 2 years and 4 months, and then got sent back to the States and had to do some time in Rikers. And because of the previous charges that I fled from, and got extradited back to Denver, got bailed out, and just miraculously had my whole team show up to the court hearing. Everyone had my back, and I got character references. I cooperated, and they gave me no more jail time and just 2 years of probation.
I mean, this is incredible. I mean, so you're in that. But we got to back up though. You're kind of talking about this like, I went to the store, I picked up some laundry, and then I got an oil change. I mean, these are all like life-altering events. I know you told the story before, but for people like me, this is insane. So you're in the Spanish jail. They're teaching you boxing and wrestling. And now I heard you were competing against other jails, and that you were the number one guy, and they kicked you out of the jail because they didn't want an American being the number one guy at wrestling.
Yeah, because it's their style of sports. So professional teams were coming in off the streets, and they were actually they competed against us. And me and one other American, we beat the whole team, and we made it in the newspaper, and it was a big deal. And I thought the president of the Federation of Lucha Canaria wrote the warden a letter that says, when this American gets out, we're going to sign him. So they keep me here, and they didn't like that so much, so they shipped me to the north of Spain.
Oh, my God. That's that. So then they ship you there, and then you took up kickboxing over there, right?
Yeah, they had boxing program over there.
Wow. So
Yeah.
And then you get to Rikers Island, and the Puerto Rican gang took you in. They said, we like you.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, well, I spoke Spanish, so that really helped.
But then there was a guy who started with you, and you punched him in the face, and they told you there's an SOS out for you. They said, you're going to die tonight, or tomorrow morning you're dead.
Yes, basically.
And then that morning.
And then in that moment, that night, man, stayed up praying, just basically trying to figure out what I was going to do. And the U.S. Marshal came and took me out of there at 5 a.m., 2 hours before the doors opened. And it just felt like God had a different purpose for me and took me out of there and extradited me back to Colorado.
Wow. Now your mom posted bail. How much was bail?
They used a bail bondsman. A bunch of people pitched in. I think it was like $1,400, and that's 10%. So yeah, I don't know.
All right. Okay.
You do the math on that.
So then you get out and you're like, you know what? I got to do something with my life. I've just spent 3 years in a Spanish prison. I was a really good wrestler. I now know catch wrestling or canary wrestling. I'm going to join the fight team. Like, do you walk into the Colorado gym at that point and say, somebody train me?
Yeah, I always knew I wanted to become a fighter, and I mean, my path was led to Factory X, where they had a team atmosphere, which I liked. That's how my wrestling team was, and they took me in like family, and we've been like family ever since. And now I'm 12-1, and fighting the number 12 guy in the UFC May 18th. Wow.
Okay, and who are you fighting?
I'm fighting Antonio Carlos Jr.
Oh, Shoeface.
He's a 3-time jiu-jitsu world. Yeah, Shoeface.
Wow, a guy that tapped Gary Tonin in a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Yep.
With a flying triangle. Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Well, listen, man. I mean, you just beat Cesar Ferreira on on 1 week notice, 10 days notice.
6 days. Yeah.
So I mean,
6 days notice.
I mean, there's nothing that's gonna prevent you. By the way, were you getting laid at all in Europe? I mean, there's got to be some kind of silver lining. Were there any hot chicks out there?
Yeah, Europe was a good time, man. It was a constant party in Europe and South America. That's how I was living my life, and I was supporting my drug habit and my party.
So I mean, it must have been a lot of hot threesomes and strange European girls, and
Yeah, man. All the above.
Well, that's good. At least it must have been some fun, right? I mean, was it all just...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it was worth it. I really don't even regret it. It was meant to be, and it made me the person I am today, and I'm using my story to inspire people.
Yeah, I mean, but also talk about how much better jails are over in Europe, right?
Yeah, it's just unreal that our system compared to a system that actually is made to reform you and not just make money off you. So, yeah, it was a big eye-opener for sure.
My sister works at Rikers Island. She was probably there while you were there.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
that's crazy.
She's a social worker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen many of them.
I mean, is it hard now for you? I mean, living such a normal life of just fighting in a cage for money. I mean, that's like normal for you.
No, man. No, I mean, it's still a fast-paced life. I mean, it's super high adrenaline, so it's it's just all legal now, man. It's great. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I can talk to people about what I do. I can tell people my real name. It's a lot better.
Are you sober? Do you smoke weed? Are you still taking Adderall?
No, I'm 100% sober. I just do CBD and the occasional like half an edible just for pain relief, just from training with the body. But 100% sober.
Nice. And what belt are you in jiu-jitsu?
I am only a blue belt actually, because I don't train in the gi too much, and but obviously I definitely am a higher level with my wrestling, and I need to get in the gi more under my professor. I do train in the gi, but it's just privates with people, so yeah, hopefully get promoted soon.
Well, you're 12-1. You look great on the Contender. You beat a tough guy to get into the UFC. Do you still get nervous before fights?
What's that?
Do you still get nervous at all before fights?
Oh yeah, I mean, if anyone, I get excited, nervous. I get a roller coaster of emotions. If anyone says they really don't, they're probably lying, because you feel it all, man. Especially with that crowd cheering. And, I definitely got more nerves with my first UFC fight because it was just that UFC jitters.
Now, by the way, did you know when you left Europe, because like they told you that we'll let you out a year early of jail if you don't, of prison, if you don't come back here. So did you know when you flew back to the U.S. you were going to get arrested on site?
Yeah, I was pretty sure. I mean, once my passport it got flagged, and I was pretty sure, but I was hoping not. But yeah, I mean, if you have a felony, you can't really be traveling around. So,
was there any chance of you kind of making a break for it, like hopping in a bathroom?
I thought about it, man, but then all this stuff went through my mind, like, hey, 9/11. Because I was in JFK, like I was like, security's got to be like top notch in this airport. So I thought about it, man, but I was just like, you know what? I've already faced the music in Spain. Time to do it here and get this chapter over with my life. Turn the page.
And how much time were you looking at Rikers?
I just did a few months there. They were just holding me until I was extradited back to this Colorado.
Right. Got it.
Because I committed my crime in Colorado.
Did anybody in Spain try to fight you when you were in jail? Like fight you?
In Spain?
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. I mean, between me and my other American friend, I mean, he was giving dudes slaps weekly, but yeah, I definitely got into a bunch of altercations there for sure. And, it was cool because with my MMA program, we could just settle it in the gym. So that was kind of a cool part about it.
Wow. And when you say that you ran an MMA program, what does that mean? Like you had classes and stuff, and
yeah, I had classes. They approved me to have a MMA class. So
wow, because I would think that like
was awesome.
I would think in like the U.S. they'd be against that. They wouldn't want to have prisoners become more. They would probably look at it as like we don't want to make these guys more violent or whatever or lethal, which is not the case. You and I both know that, but I could see why they would be against that.
Yeah, I mean, we were just keeping it low key, kinda, and no one was complaining, so they let me do it for 4 months.
Wow. So when did you go? You went undefeated as an amateur, right?
What's that?
So how long after you got out of jail did you have your first amateur fight?
I think I got out in Valentine's Day 2014, and I think I fought my first amateur Muay Thai fight in maybe 4 months.
Wow.
Because I was training, so I just had to find the right team, and coach thought I was ready, and yeah, we got rolling.
That's awesome. So you train over with like Chris Camozzi and Anthony Smith and those guys?
Yes, I do.
Wow, that's a squad of killers.
Yeah, we got a great gym. So we're number 2 last year. We're going to be number 1 this year. So
that's great.
It's been amazing.
So you're fighting Shoeface, and everyone knows how good of a grappler he is. Who are some of the guys you're rolling with to get ready for him?
Anthony Smith is super underrated grappler, and we just got some black belts that come in and roll with them. And Zach Cummings is a black belt. So, yeah, I'm no stranger to rolling with high-level guys. So, yeah, I'm ready for whatever he's got. And MMA grappling is a lot different than jiu-jitsu grappling.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Well, listen, man, you have an amazing story, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to be on the podcast.
Yeah, no worries, man. I appreciate you.
Anytime, man. Well, keep up the great work, and look forward to watching you May 17th, and which fights in Rochester, right?
Yeah, Rochester, New York, May 18th.
Cool.
Tune in ESPN.
I love it. Thank you so much, buddy.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Trap sonsen, trap dansen. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Даадаж дуулан дур булаа мууруулаа.